Welcome. Wow, that was loud, wasn't it? It's time for another deck overview review. As I showed you in the Brotherhood one, little sneak peek. You didn't think I was going to do it the very next day, did you? I'll upload it. This is actually the same day. But yeah, I bought these sleeves at Walmart ages ago. You know, and ever since then, I've kind of wanted 6 Samurai cards. Anyway, this is one of the many variations of my Spellcaster deck that I've used throughout my childhood. Ever since I got enough Spellcaster cards to make a Spellcaster deck, get serious about the Spellcaster deck. The side deck leaves a lot to be desired. There's only 4 cards in my side deck. I know a lot of people think traps are trash. I have 12 traps in this deck. I have 12 spells in this deck. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5-star or higher monsters. 8, 9, 10, make that 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 22 monsters altogether. So I have 22 monsters, 12 spells and traps, and 4 side deck cards. Yeah, I know there would be another one, but I guess technically that wouldn't count because it's a ritual monster. And rituals don't go in your side deck. Magician of Chaos. So there's 2 cards for contention as kind of the signature card of this deck, which is one of my extra deck cards. And this card, which one of them I got recently. This one I've had since I got the Legendary Collection 2 because it came in it. I can't remember if it came with it like by itself or if it came with it as a in one of the packs. I'm assuming it came with it as its own thing because it's a limited edition, despite the fact that it's only a super rare monster. Anyway, but yeah, this is a variation of the deck that I've been using more so towards the end of when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With our own decks more so often than not, and kind of having fun, just dueling, you know, before fell off the horse, so to speak. Like I said, this is one of the many variations. This is my recent incarnation of it. I've recently gone through it and kind of added to it, made it better, upgraded it, so to speak. So I guess let's just get on to it. Alright, the special deck, the extra deck, special deck. I have no side deck. I've never made a side deck. First and foremost is Quintet Magician. I love this card. Kind of want to get another one, but not right now. Takes 5 casters to fuse him. And he's the only fusion. Akashic Magician. She's the only Link monster. And I have 2 Xyz monsters. I have Alchemic Magician. I love this card. This card is so pretty. I love it. This card gains 200 attack for each spell card in your graveyard once per turn. Oh no. Card in your graveyard. Once per turn during your end phase, you can detach 1 Xyz material monster from this card and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Choose 1 spell from your deck, then set it in your spell and trap card. So you can detach an Xyz once per turn and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, which could be a spell card to up herself, and choose 1 spell from your deck to set it on the field. And lastly, Ebon High Magician. Oh, I love this card. It's so beautiful. It's got really tiny. While this card has Xyz material, you can activate a quick spell card or trap card from your hand during your opponent's turn by detaching an Xyz material from this card at activation. If this Xyz summon card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this Xyz summon card you control is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one dark spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck. Then you can destroy one card on the field. It's only 2300 attack, which is a bummer. I wish it was at least 25, but you know. Quintet Magician's 4500. Alright, and as Quintet Magician is the one that's could be like the kind of signature card of the deck. The other one is a card I've come to love very much. This is in my top 5 cards of all time now. Blizzard Princess. Oh, I love Blizzard Princess. She's so good. She's seriously so good. She's an 8-star monster, right? And you contribute this card from your hand and face up attack position by tributing one spellcaster monster. So if you have a spellcaster monster, you only need one tribute, right? If you're tributing with a warrior and a fiend, then you need 2 tributes. But if it's just a spellcaster, you only need 1 instead of 2. And after this card was normal summoned, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps for the rest of this turn. Yeah, I know, a bit overpowered. Then we have 2 Dark Magician. You know, so you can Xyz summon Ebon High Magician. You got probably the best conditioned Dark Magician I have of this variant, and of course, the ultimate rare Dark Magician from the Yu-Gi Reloaded structure deck. I wish I would have bought the Tiger one, but I don't regret buying Yu-Gi-Oh! Random. The card I was seriously searching for in those 2019 Megatins. Finally got her, and the third 10. And after I got her, I was done. The only reason I have 3 Megatins from 2019, and only 3, because I pulled her in the third one, and after I pulled her, I was like, alright, that's all I want. That's all I need. You know, I was gonna pull her. I got Slifer and Raw my first 10 with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. That was nuts. But it's Palladium Oracle Mana. Holy crap, this card's gorgeous. It's like an ancient version of Dark Magician Girl. She pretty much is Dark Magician Girl. They have the same attack, they have the same defense, and when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets one spellcaster monster you control and no other cards, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use the effect of Palladium Oracle Mana once per turn. Level 7 or higher spellcaster monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Dark Magician Girl from your deck or hand. So if this card gets destroyed, right, you can just pop out one of her. That's the only reason why I'm running a Dark Magician Girl in this deck. Otherwise, I wouldn't be running her. I'm being honest with you. And she gains 300, that's right? So she'd be a max at 26. Because I don't think Paladin counts. Ebon High Magician count. Mythical Beast Jackal King. He's just gorgeous. I love him. You know, Chaos Sorcerer, of course you need a Chaos Sorcerer. Easy to get out on the field. You got a light and a dark type. Which I do. I do banish it. Plenty of darks, oh my god. String on the laptop. My secret rare, Aqua Matador. I believe this is from my Legacy. Yeah, Legacy collection. A card I really like the art of. Dragon Pulse Magician. Has no effect. Has a pendulum effect, but it does not have a normal effect. He's just an 1800 beat monster. Black Fang Magician, which does have an effect. And that is, if this card is always treated as an XYZ Dragon card. This card is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can target one dark spellcaster monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Familiar Possessed Hida, my original copy. Not from my Charmer deck, but from my original copy from EEN. I don't know what that is. Magical Exemplar. This is Gemini Elf from Yugi's Reloaded Structure deck. Magician's Valkyrie, which is really beautiful. I want a hollow of that one. Royal Magical Library, of course you need that. Again, Old Vindictive, is that Machine? Old Vindictive Magician. Again, another staple in Spellcaster decks. Gaga Gardener and Gaga Magician. Love those cards. Defender of the Night, right? Two Breaker the Magical Warriors, and of course there's a Dark Magician in the deck, so you need a skilled Dark Magician. Also helps that he's 1900 attack, you know? So there's that. But you thought we were done. So there is no regular polymerization in this deck. Instead, I have Magicalized Fusion, which I believe is from the Mega 1020. Yeah. Which is a fusion summon one spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your side of the field or graveyard. So essentially, you play Magicalized Fusion. All you have to do is banish 5 spellcasters from your hand graveyard, or is it from your field or graveyard? So you have to banish 5 spellcasters from your field or graveyard. Get him on the field. As long as you have 5 spellcasters and Magicalized Fusion, you're set with Quintet Magician. Dark Burning Magic, which is if you control whose original names are Dark Magician or Girl, destroy all cards your opponent controls. I believe this is secret rare, yes. Dark Burning Attack, which is Dark Magician Girl, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Secret rare. Prismatic, secret rare, Monster Reborn. Mystical Space Typhoon, ultra rare. I believe this is from a legendary collection too. No. DUOV, I don't remember. Bound Wand. It's from my Infinity Yep, it's from my Infinity Chasers because I got quite a few. Mist Body, which is always a welcomed card from Spellcaster deck. 2 Mage Powers because you can never have enough to beef up your spellcasters. Double Summon, always nice. Sorcerer's Spell Wall as its field spell. All monsters you control gain 300 attack during your turn only. All monsters you control gain 300 defense during your opponent's turn only. And of course, one of my best staples that I am known for, Burden of the Mighty. Oh yeah. If there's a certain cards I am definitely known for, Burden of the Mighty was one of them. It's definitely a staple of mine. Now on to my traps. You have Dark Renewal, which is when your opponent normal special summons a target, one mod of those monsters. And one spellcaster monster you control, and send both monsters to graveyard, and you can special summon one dark spell monster from your deck or graveyard. So essentially, you play it, I think after they summon a monster. Yeah, when they normal or special summon a monster, you play this, you sacrifice that one and one of your cards, and you can special summon essentially Dark Magician from your deck. Probably one of the most expensive cards I own. Just to get a look at it, it is. As you can see, it looks great. You know, it's got a little white spot on the top of the card. But other than that, this card's in pretty well maintained condition. Maybe the edges, the corners aren't 100% sharp, but it's hardly noticeable. And that's my ultimate rare. One of 2 ultimate rares I own. Solemn Warning. I love this card. So beautiful. One of my most favorite secret rares I own, period. Miracle's Wake. This card is so gorgeous. When a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard during this turn, special summon it. Doesn't say until the end of the turn, it's just a special summon it. Pendulum Reborn. I have several Pendulum monsters in here. I don't have any Pendulum monsters in my extra deck, though. Maybe I ought to look into that. Of course, my super rare Magic Cylinder from Infinity Chasers. Had a normal copy in there beforehand. My super rare Mirror Force from YS13. Don't know what that is exactly. Can't remember. My ultra rare Bottomless Trap Hole, which I got from the Legacy Collection 2. And of course, some more staples. Sakuretsu Armor, which everyone on the street had. Scap Iron Scarecrow, which was another card I was known for. Not everybody had it. Dark Bribe, another card that not a lot of people had on my street, but it still wasn't unique to me. I think I just had the most copies of it. Pitch Black Stone Power Stone. Yeah, Pitch Black Power Stone. I think a card I did take out of here that I really like, but I just need to get rid of it, was Tower of Babel. And that's, I think, on the 6th spell counter, whoever is the person responsible for that final spell counter takes 3,000 damage, so it makes people really self-conscious of using spells. And of course, last but not least, Magic Jammer. And that is my deck. Mind you, this deck was not made for today's competitive. This deck will never make it in today's competitive. It is just a fun spellcaster deck. Like, maybe if I wanted to make it better, I could take out a couple traps and spells. Definitely look into adding more these, specifically links, and maybe a couple XZs and fusions. But yeah, this deck definitely comes down to either being Quintet or Blizzard Princess. Realistically, it should be Quintet, but I think I just have this infinity with Blizzard Princess that she's been in the deck for so long that I just can't see her not being the structure deck signature card. Because I only got him in Dupo. Duelist Power. That's right. I got him in Duelist Power, which is when you get the alternate arts from the main protagonist characters. Dark Magician, Elemental Hero Neo, Stardust Dragon, Utopia, Odd Eyes Dragon, Decode Talker. You know those cards. You get the alternate art of them. Of course, that'd be like Dark Magician's 6th alternate art. I don't think Neos has very many. I don't think Stardust did. Stardust just had a lot of forms. A lot of forms. Odd Eyes has different forms. He has regular, he has fusions, he has synchros, he has XZs, he has pendulums. My god, they did everything with Odd Eyes and Decodes and Link, so he just has an upgraded version called Extended Talker. Something like that. I have it too, and it came in that Dupo thing as well. But that is my Spellcaster deck that I created ages ago. Like, this deck was made with I guess technically this deck was made a long time ago when I got the Indymon structure deck and the Legacy Collection 2. When I got those two specifically, I know I got Legacy Collection first, and then Keith dropped out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And gave me all of his cards, which included the Indymon cards, which gave me a lot of support, a good support for a Dark Magician at that. So between those two things, that's roughly around the time period when I created it, and every so often I just kind of revamp it, update it a bit. Not necessarily for today's competitive. Like, I would never take this to a tournament, right? You say you're playing, what, Sky Striker? You say you're playing freaking Dino Wrestler, Salamangreat. You say you're playing, I don't know, Black Wings. I'm not going to fight you with this deck. The deck's going to get crushed. Because it's not made to face decks of today's standards. This is a retro deck, I guess you could say. Partially retro deck. But yeah, this was one of my main decks from the beginning of time. Really. So, just sort of revamped through the years to make it look better. But still definitely nowhere near major competitive viable. It's definitely local viable. Like with my friends, because, they aren't like, ooh, Links. No, my friends are more old school Yu-Gi-Oh guys. I'd say I'm like one of the most up-to-date Yu-Gi-Oh players out of my friends, especially on the collection side. So there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what your favorite card out of this deck was. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's trash? Do you hate a lot of my cards? What have you? I don't know. Did you like them all? Whatever. Hope you have a great day. Remember, you can be the best you can possibly be. If you like the video, give it a like, comment if you like it. Super special, awesome. Subscribe if you haven't. That would really help me out. And ta-ta for now.